so it's Veda day 6. Let me just say that my video yesterday was really embarrassing. Yeah, I was really drunk. I had 5 Hornsby's. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's an apple cider beer. And it's like 6% alcohol. And I had 5. Yeah. So, plus a Bud Light Platinum. So, yeah, I was pretty gone. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna tell how Andrew and I met. So we met our junior year in high school. The first time I ever saw him was the first day of school. And I, for some reason, got put in a lower English class than I was supposed to by accident. So for the first week, I was in an English class that I wasn't supposed to be in. But Andrew just happened to be in that class, and I used to stare. The classroom was set up so that there were 5 rows of chairs on one side and then chairs on the other, and they were facing each other. So I had the perfect view of him, and I could sit there and stare and drool over him for ever. And I always did a thing where I hoped he didn't see me staring. But yeah, so then I got that all worked out, and I got transferred out of that class into the right one I was supposed to be in. And I didn't really see him for a while. I had never talked to him yet at this point. And then it turned out that... Hi. Say hi. Say hi. Can you blow them a kiss? Blow them a kiss. Blow a kiss.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Good girl. Thank you. You're totally exposing my bra. What are you doing, silly? They can't do high fives. Okay, that was an air high five. Yeah. 1, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta finish my story. Can you? Oh, yes. Go ahead. Here. Sit on the floor. Whoop. Good girl. Okay. So, now that little interruption is over. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So, then it turned out that one of my, really good guy friends, was best friends with him. And, I had known them all since, freshman year. And, I actually happened to date him for about, a week and a half, maybe. But that's a whole nother story. And, so I started hanging out with him at lunch, and then he ended up, always being there. So I never really talked to him. I just thought he was really hot, and he really intimidated me. So I was just oh, he would never be into someone like me. So, I basically just ignored him, and he ignored me. And then one night, my friend Alex and I decided to go to the movies, and we got Starbucks, which is right across the street from it, and they just happened to be in the parking lot. So we went over to them because they called our names or whatever, and it happened to be my friend Scott, Mark, and Gabe, which is his, really good friends. And he was in the car, too. Obviously, it was his truck. So we walked over, and we're talking to them, and I had opened the back door, so we were talking to them through the back, and of course, I was still ignoring him because I didn't know him at all. And when we were leaving, because our movie was going to start, I shut the door, and I didn't know that his hand was in the door. And I accidentally slammed his fingers in, the door jamb. And he hated me. He was so pissed. I like can't even explain how mad he was at me. And he thought that I was like this annoying, like bubbly, like obnoxious, like blonde girl. And like wanted nothing to do with me. And then somehow we just started talking and he got to know me and realized that I am those things, but I'm not really annoying. I mean, I guess I could be at times, but everybody is. And he got over the fact that I smashed his fingers in the door, which I still to this day feel really bad about, but I didn't know that his fingers were there, so technically it wasn't my fault. And then, but before we started talking and stuff, we went to a football game, and, again, like, I was hanging out with my friend Scott, and we ran into him and whatever, and they're like, oh, like, want to come drink with us? So we're like, sure, free alcohol. So we got in the truck, and we were drinking, and it was just pure, straight vodka. And I got really drunk. And Andrew actually had to end up taking care of me, which is really weird because he had no idea really who I was, and I had no idea who he was. Really, we didn't know each other, like, at all. So that started the beginning of our bonding experience. And then ever since then, like, the whole slamming his fingers in the door. And then our little joke was when I was drunk, I was sitting in his truck and he had his phone charger and I had picked it up and I was like, oh, what's this? Like, and I guess I said, oh, it's a button to go to the moon. I don't even know. And then I started counting down, but counted down really wrong. So that was a joke and they used to make fun of me all the time for it. So then he messaged me one day on MySpace, back in the day, and was like, hey, like, want to go to the moon, ha ha. And then it turned into this big joke, and we started talking and getting to know each other. And we were sort of a thing for about 6 months. And then he finally asked me out on May 8th, 2011. No, 2008. 2008? I think that was 2008. 2007? I don't know, 2008 or 2007. And then we were together ever since. We never broke up. We never had huge fights. Everyone used to call us the perfect couple, and that they always wished that they could find somebody like we did. And, yeah, my parents didn't really approve of it. I wasn't even allowed to date until I turned 18. And, so I kind of went behind their backs, which was horrible on my part, yes, but there was a lot of issues there that I won't get into. But this whole thing happened, and my parents just did not like Andrew at all because they really stereotyped him, just because he spiked his hair and would only wear dickies, and he sagged, and he had tattoos, and basically looked like a bro. And so my mom just judged him from the outside without getting to know him. So that was interesting. But everything worked out for the best. They love him now, so. But anyways, yeah, so, my senior year, when he proposed to me on, May 8th, 2009, they didn't really take it too well, and so I kind of got, like, kicked out of my house, and, this whole thing happened, and cops were called, and all this stuff, and, ever since then, I lived with Andrew, and, I, to be honest, wouldn't go back and change anything. I love how my life has turned out, and, I have a beautiful baby girl. So I went to school, and he actually went into the Navy, and he went off to boot camp, did boot camp and everything, and 2 weeks before, no, I think it was like a week before the boot camp graduation was supposed to happen, they found out that his hearing, he either got kicked really hard in the head when he was little, from fighting, obviously, great. And it destroyed his eardrum, and they said that the job he was going in for would have destroyed it even more. So they gave him an option of either being a cook on a freaking submarine or being like captain's helper on a ship, which I said, hell no, you're coming home. So they gave him an honorable discharge, and he came home. And then we got married the next day, February 2nd, and 2010. And yeah, so obviously we're still married, and now I have this one, my little baby. She was born January 2nd, 2011. And yeah, it's been perfect. I really enjoy where I'm at right now. And that is the story of Andrew and I. I told you it was interesting, and I told you that Andrew hated me. I was not lying when I said that. So yeah, okay, done with day 6. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.